Thank you for joining us. Welcome to LumioStation.
How y'all doing, LumioStation? I go by the name of MrJayHarkless, and right here I have a Pokemon Showdown battle. I actually recently just had this one, and I thought it was way too good not to be not uploaded to anywhere. As a matter of fact, this battle is too good for my own channel because I was set up to lose, and you're about to see why in a second. And for those wondering, this is an OU match. I'm not really the best at OU, but you know, I'm trying to get better because I know OU's the more competitive one. I mean, I'm more of a UU person, mostly because it's fun. It's funner, and you know, I mean, UU's still competitive, but at the same time, it's not as stressful as OU is at points. But this was a solid match, I could say. I mean, I think I've had better ones, but this is one of the best I've had in a while, especially on OU. So I couldn't help but not share it. So let's get into it. So I'm just gonna say one thing: if you're gonna have a Mega Charizard, always bring a Rapid Spinner or Defogger, because I did not have one of those. Luckily for me, he didn't have his Stealth Rocker, so I was safe on that part. But just keep in mind, if you're ever going to bring a Mega Charizard or Volcarona, always have a Rapid Spinner in case it Stealth Rocks, because, well, it's safer and more strategical. And yeah, you know what? I'm gonna stop babbling. Let's get to this battle, because I'm pretty sure y'all tired of hearing me ramble. Okay, let's go. So I lead off with a Mamoswine. He has a Porygon Z. I set up my Stealth Rocks, and he sets up a nasty plot right here. And I'm gonna go for an Earthquake while he goes for a Hyper Beam. And thankfully I have my Sash, so I survive. And instead of going for an Earthquake, I wasn't thinking, and I went for the Ice Shard. But it didn't really matter because he was gonna die anyways because he had to recharge. Now he's gonna go into his Skarmory, and I'm gonna go for the Icicle Crash just to get as much damage as I can as possible before he finishes me off with a Steel Wing. So now I'm gonna go into my Closter, and you know, I have that thing where I feel like I need to sweep everything, so I go over a Shell Smash, hoping I can take this Skarmory out while he sets up spikes. Unfortunately, I'm gonna go for a Rock Blast, but this Rock Blast was just not enough to kill this Skarmory off. Just not enough. I should have went for something else. And he's just gonna Whirlwind me out and send in my Florges. Of course, I don't want my Florges in because he might go for Steel Wing again, so I'm gonna call it back. I'm gonna go into my Charizard. And I know he's gonna switch because nothing is taking a Flamethrower from Mega Charizard. And I predicted so well that I went for the Solar Beam, and he goes into his Tyranitar, which I predicted, and it gets murdered by that Solar Beam. So this Mega Tyranitar is officially gone, and he goes back into his Skarmory, probably as Death Fodder, as I go for the Flamethrower, and it's gone. Now he's gonna go into Blissey, and this thing pretty much just turned this battle around, because this thing was so damn annoying. I mean, that Flamethrower did a decent chunk, but it doesn't really matter because when you're a Blissey and you take a high damage like that, you just go for Soft Boil and then you stall. And my initial purpose was leaving my Charizard in so I can hopefully get a burn. Unfortunately, my sun's gonna run out, so the Flamethrower is not gonna do enough, and it won't be till a while till I actually do burn this thing. But the whole point of me burning this thing is gonna be pointless, and you're gonna see in a while. So I'm gonna keep Flamethrowing this Blissey while it Flamethrowers me for some reason, and eventually I'm gonna die to Toxic Poisoning. And on this Flamethrower, I get a crit and a burn. And while I get the burn, he goes for the Soft Boil, so it doesn't really matter anyway. So my Charizard is gonna go down, which is unfortunate. But I go into my Closter, and I go for the Shell Smash, and I'm saying, you know what? I'm gonna sweep for real now. So I get all my stat boosts, and I'm gonna go for and he goes for the Flamethrower, and it does a huge chunk, and I'm like, I'm gonna go for Rock Blast, and I'm gonna sweep his whole team, except I fucking miss. Excuse my language, but I fucking missed the Rock Blast. And the battle nearly turned around at that point, because this Blissey was pretty much just gonna toxic stall my whole team. Like this Florges you see right here, it's gonna toxic stall it, and that whole burn didn't matter because it had aromatherapy the whole time. So I go for a toxic of my own, even though it has this whole aromatherapy, just hoping I can wither that thing down little by little. Unfortunately, he's just gonna be a Blissey and go for the whole aromatherapy soft boil. It's pretty much a lather, rinse, repeat thing for Blissey. And I didn't get frustrated like one of my previous battles where I just wanted a DC, but yeah, this Blissey pretty much just continued doing the same thing over and over again. This is for my next two Pokemon. The Flamethrower doesn't do a lot because I'm Florges, but the Toxic Stall is what's gonna take me out because, as you all know, Toxic gets worse by every turn. And excuse me, try to clear my throat. Yeah, I'm not even gonna say much. Toxic stalls my Florges to 0 health, and I'm gonna lose it. It didn't even get to do much because, you know, since Blissey is such a tank, special defensive tank, that Toxic isn't doing it any justice. Well, Moonblast isn't doing me any justice. So now I'm gonna go into my Eviolite Chansey, hoping I can do some damage. And actually, it was doing damage for a while. I got a Toxic up. He didn't go for aromatherapy right off the bat, so I'm able to get off some seismic tosses as it goes. And I was feeling pretty confident. I was saying, you know what, maybe Chansey can take down its big sister Blissey, because the Flamethrower wasn't doing much thanks to the Eviolite. So I'm here crossing my fingers saying, yes, come on. So I'm crossing my fingers, I keep going for the seismic toss, but finally he goes for the aromatherapy. Well, because Blissey's a female. And now he's gonna go for the soft boiled, and pretty much my Chansey's gonna die here. So I'm pretty much here saying, yep, this battle is over. But then I just realized, like, wait a minute. Doesn't Espeon have Magic Bounce? As I set up the Calm Mind, he goes for the Toxic, but it bounces back. I was like, yes. I'm here thinking I actually have a chance of winning. So I'm going to keep going for Calm Minds in order to take this Blissey out, because I know a Slice Shock isn't enough to take a bulky-ass Blissey out. So I'm going to keep setting up Calm Minds. I think I set up at least about 4. And he Flamethrowers me, doesn't do a lot due to the Calm Minds, and now he's gonna switch out because there's nothing he can do, and he goes into his Ninetales on my second Calm Mind, and now I'm gonna obliterate that Ninetales with a Psyshock. And to tell you the truth, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it, because now a Psyshock is enough to take out that Blissey, and his last Pokemon on his team is that Mega Garchomp. And yeah, and since it's its Mega form, it's not faster than a regular Garchomp. It's gonna go down to a Dazzling Gleam, which I easily outspeed, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, good game, Keter. So it's Keter. If you enjoyed this battle, please leave a like, subscribe to LumioStation and me for more Pokemon content. I'm also going to be doing, I also have some other stuff planned on my channel, but you know, that's for my channel, of course. But if you like this, once again, if you like this battle, leave a like and comment, and yeah, I'm out. Peace.